Commissioner, good morning and welcome to NANMIBIA CONNECT.
Yes, good morning, sir. Good morning to the nation.
A pleasure to have you. Now, Commissioner, how did the Namibian police come to such a discovery and knowing to the fact that it's the first of its kind?
No, thank you very much. What happened is that we're having members of Otjozondjupa Police who were doing patrol during the night, maybe to be specific, on Wednesday around 1 o'clock. They stopped the vehicle at the junction from Hochfeld on its way to Otjozondjupa. And then after doing the inspection, maybe a kind of inspection, they realized there are some packs of parcels of cannabis that was in the vehicle. The vehicle was then taken to the driver, and the vehicle was then taken to the police station. After further investigation, it was discovered where the parcels came from. That is then what has led to the police to go to that specific farm that was mentioned, and that's how the discovery of the whole plantation came into.
And what is the size of the plantation, and could there be more of such plantations?
Yeah, the estimated was a 1.55 hectares, rough estimation. In fact, it's just not a plantation as it is like a normal plantation where the people are planting sorghum, and just in between the sorghum, that's where the cannabis or dagga plantation was then made. But as I've said, the measurement, the rough estimation, plus minus 1.55 hectares.
Commissioner, perhaps you can just highlight us, what was the worth of the drug bust?
The estimation, again, it went to 52 million. That now excludes the 52 packs that were earlier intercepted. That is basically that, yeah, plus minus 52 million. That was the estimation that was made. The value of the whole consignment. That's now the bags and then the plants themselves that were found at the farm.
At this point, we are aware that the owner of the farm was arrested. Are there any other suspects? What are they charged with, and when are they expected to appear?
Yes, speaking, we're having three suspects that are in. First one was the driver was intercepted earlier, and then the farm manager, and then the farm owner. They are also expected to appear today in Otjozondjupa. I don't know if they already appeared. Since I'm in Oshiwaronga, I don't really know what is happening in Otjozondjupa. But they are expected to appear today in Otjozondjupa Magistrate Court. But the investigation still continues, so I can't really tell that there will be more suspects to be arrested or not.
Yes.
But for now, we are having three suspects that were arrested. And then they were charged with the possession of cannabis, dealing, and then also the plantation. The plantation, yes. Maybe that's just to give you in short.
Looking at the estimate of almost 52 million, as you stated, Commissioner, is it a concern overall for your region?
Yeah, it's a serious concern. It's not only a serious concern to the region, so to say, maybe Otjozondjupa, it's actually a concern to the whole nation. Because looking at the size of Otjozondjupa itself and then the number of drugs that were there, I don't think one wouldn't really think that this were only meant for Otjozondjupa residents. So it's actually a serious concern to the whole nation. And yeah, not only to the nation, actually, even not only to the residents, I think also to the visitors as well. It's really a serious concern.
Commissioner, what message of caution do you have for potential drug dealers in your region and also the country at large?
I really, if I have to come in, I would rather say drugs destroy the nation, drugs kill. Drugs doesn't really have a positive effect on on any human being. So I would rather advise that maybe they let them resort to do any other business again rather than selling drugs. I think they can come up with something else. Otherwise, the Namibian police, not only in Otjozondjupa countrywide, is working tirelessly just to ensure that the selling of drugs or maybe the transportation or possession of drugs is totally combated. It's totally been stopped. And so to say also, it also becomes a serious concern to, as you have said, it's probably one of the first ever. We also can't rule out that maybe there might be some other possible farmers who are also running the same business. I'm not saying that is how it is, but I'm just saying, should it be like that, I would rather also advise that whoever is having a piece of land, please just use it to a better business, not the one of blending drugs and start selling them to the nation.
Commissioner, lastly, will the Namibian police in your region be moving from farm to farm, just maybe for inspections? Is there something in the pipeline towards that?
No, it's challenging. We should also remember that Namibian police doesn't also just operate in random. It doesn't also operate outside the laws. We also respect the issue of privacy. Most of the farms are probably private properties. We are not saying we are going to move from farm to farm, but we know, as I said, it didn't start to date. It's been there before, that we are having intelligence. We are working on intelligence to see as to whether there are some other people again that are doing that. Not only in Otjozondjupa, as I've said, it's countrywide. But moving from one farm to another farm, I also can't say that we'll not be able to do that, but through intelligence, probably that's what we have to start doing now. And we're also urging that the brothers and sisters who are farm workers, in one or another, they might be exploited to be used in getting into this type of business to harvesting the drugs and stuff like this, just to come out and report this type of issues to the Namibian police. Because should it come out also that maybe they were having a hand, or they also participated in blending these things and so forth, they might also be prosecuted. That's why we are urging the nation, we are urging whoever is listening to say drugs are killing or destroying our nation. We really request that whoever is having a type of information to report to the nearest police station, and just to ensure that we bring to a stop this type of activities.